Cynthia, and she said, Scott Bartle married Cynthia, and then she paused. Gave me a little concern. Pastor Buchanan, Administrator Bartle, fellow school board members, faculty, staff, parents, relatives, friends, and of course, graduates, the class of 2013 of Barnabas Christian Academy. It is truly an honor to address you today. Well, seniors, this is it. The day you and your parents have been dreaming about for a very long time. And I think that I can also say with a degree of certainty, so have your teachers and staff. High school graduation, a time of celebrating a hallmark educational achievement. High school graduation, the culmination of many years of hard work by your parents and teachers. And of course, each one of you has worked very hard. And now, at least temporarily for some of you, no more homework, no more books, no more teachers, smiling looks. As you have read in your program, I have titled my thoughts to share with you today, Free at Last. Free at Last. Many of you will recognize these words as the closing words of one of the most famous speeches in the history of this great country. Reverend Martin Luther King proclaimed these words in his speech titled, I Have a Dream, on August 28, 1963, in our nation's capital. His closing words were, free at last, free at last. Today, along with your diplomas, you will also receive an increase in the amount of personal freedom. Freedom to choose how you will fill this void in your day that had once been set aside for your education. Some of you will fill that void by securing a job. The job may be one that will last your entire working career. You have the freedom to make that choice. Still others of you might fill the void with a job until you return back to the classroom to earn an academic or technical degree. You have the freedom to make that choice. Some may choose serving your country by joining the military. You have the freedom to make that choice. And then there may be someone that may want to explore the world with nothing but a backpack and a GPS. You have the freedom to make that choice. And the list goes on regarding the fact that you are free at last. Free at last. Free at last. You now have the freedom to present this academic achievement that will be required by employers, colleges and universities, the United States military, just to name a few. And as you present this credential called a high school diploma, you now have the responsibility to meet those expectations associated with that diploma. Yes, freedom is directly associated with responsibility. Freedom brings with it the responsibility to vote, the responsibility to obey the laws of the land, the responsibility to pay taxes, the responsibility, when necessary, to come to the defense of your country. But true freedom comes with obedience to the Ten Commandments and acceptance of the word in the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. Now let me explain what I mean by true freedom. The dream of Reverend Martin Luther King 50 years ago was a dream of freedom for all men and women to enjoy equality as they apply to our civil rights. And Reverend King understood that with these freedoms come responsibility. Free at last, he exclaimed. But he did not end with those words. He then acknowledged from where all men and women receive true freedom. He said, "Thank God Almighty, we are free at last." Reverend King's achievements were accomplished by following the example of his Lord and Savior. So what do the Ten Commandments and John 3:16 have to do with freedom? Well, John 3:16 tells us, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." In John chapter 8, verse 31, Jesus then said, "If you continue in my word, then you are truly disciples of mine, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Following your graduation today, you will have earned a little more freedom to make adult choices. You have been equipped here at Barnabas Christian Academy with a quality education that has prepared you with the tools to make many of those adult choices. You have heard the truth, the Ten Commandments, John 3:16, and John 8:31. You know, choice is just another word for decision. And whenever I think of the word decision, I am reminded of one of my favorite quotes by the most famous philosopher of all time, Yogi Berra. Yogi, for those of you that don't know, is a former catcher for the New York Yankees. And he's quoted to have said, "When you come to a fork in the road, take it." What was Yogi saying? As you're faced with life's decisions, some more critical than others, and there are different ways to go, make the decision. Make the choice. But you don't have to make that choice alone. You will always be able to decide the true way to go. If you continue in my word, then you are truly disciples of mine, and you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. No matter what the decision, no matter where it takes you, you will know that it is the right decision. That is true freedom. Now to the class of 2013, again, thank you for allowing me to share these thoughts with you. And remember, when you come to the fork in the road, take it.